How to kill a Biovore in seconds on absolute difficulty. Alright, we are going to highlight good ways to take out the Biovore, and we have a couple ways here, but I'm also going to go into some comments to see if anyone has any other Biovore strategies. But outside of shooting the gun, right? Because I've been playing a lot of sniper, you know, the Biovore isn't really that big of a deal. It kind of keeps a distance, perfect for a sniper, and yes, snipers are able to just, you know, shoot the gun. It's very easy for a sniper to take out a Biovore, to be honest. And maybe for a tactical as well. I actually jumped on a Biovore as assault before and got immediately downed because I think the Biovore was doing some sort of explosion attack. So that was a tough lesson to learn there. So all right. We are going to go into the best Biovore strategies. And again, let me know in the comments if you have any good strategies that we do not highlight in this video. All right, now, obviously, we are in Absolute. This is a Vanguard. And here, they are using Krak grenades to take out the Biovore. Now, I always like highlighting the Krak grenades and how good they are. I think Krak grenades are kind of the best grenade in the game at the moment. I mean, the melters are good too, but the thing is, the Krak grenades are just super good at taking out extremists no matter what. Raveners can kind of be a pain because they can go under the ground and stuff. But I definitely sign off on this. Using your Krak grenades on a Biovore is definitely useful. It's probably recommended as long as you have Krak grenades. Simply just because spore mines are kind of a pain to deal with, and not to mention Biovores are big. Biovores are a big target, so Krak grenades stick to them very easily. And yeah, Biovores can be an issue that, you know, you can get close to them and get some pretty good melee attacks on them as well. So obviously gun strikes are good for that, but for here, I definitely just wanted to highlight how good Krak grenades are. I recently was playing tactical and I did a scan Krak grenade on a Biovore and it went immediately down. So hold on to your Krak grenades. Definitely save them for extremists and terminus enemies, I'd guess. But obviously sometimes you can get into situations where you do see a Biovore and a Terminus. So in those situations, I do not envy you, but I would still use my Krak grenades on the Biovore just to take them out really quick. There's a lot of time and struggle you can save from taking out a Biovore as fast as possible. So yes, shout out to this Vanguard. That was an incredible play right there to take out the Biovore. PSA, Neo-Volkite pistol stagger locks Biovore like crazy. I definitely know this for a fact because I've tried this before and it's true. It's true. The Neo-Volkite pistol is basically a hard counter to Biovores. The Neo-Volkite pistol in general is in a really good spot right now. It's so good. It's really good in Chaos missions and obviously good against Biovores and Zoanthropes, so it's good in Tyranid missions as well. It just has a lack of contested health capabilities, basically. But yes, let's read the rest of the post. Let's see if they go into detail here. I just finished up my absolute run for the shoulder pad and had the idea to test out playing the Neo-Volkite pistol since it wasn't something I had used in the highest difficulty yet, and I was not disappointed. Yeah, I noticed it was really strong in my Chaos missions. It absolutely shreds the Biovore to the point where it didn't even have a chance to attack or plant itself into the turret mode. Yes, this is basically stagger locking the Biovore. My friend played the Bulwark with the plasma pistol and we were able to fight two of them at once with little difficulty outside of excessive amount of spore mines spawning. Yes, the spore mines can be an issue. Here's a picture of the current perks I have set up on it. Now this might give you guys a great result off the assault as well. However, it has a ton of perks which boost your secondary weapon damage by a sizable amount. If you stack them all. Even if it doesn't kill as fast, the stagger should help out a ton if this is an enemy you struggle with. Happy purging, brothers. So here they definitely have a picture here of the Neo-Volkite. They're basically going bottom row and then basically top row for the third slot here. That's pretty good. I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the Neo-Volkite pistol right now. Any of these perks are going to help you basically accomplish what they are detailing here. Yes, the Neo-Volkite pistol is worth it. It's very worth it, and it is a hard counter to Biovores. Can confirm the Bulwark on the team was me, and yes, if you've been If you watch my videos before, you have seen this player's suggestions and experiences highlighted in videos before. This is Crimson. The effect was similar to the stun lock the current effects used to get from the heavy bolter. Totally satisfying. Upvote this man, add him on Reddit and Discord. Skilled player in more than one class and absolute veteran. All right. Glad we got the stamp of approval from Crimson here. It's always nice to see that, especially when it comes to the, the perspective of a Bulwark. Ample ammunition on assault increases pistol damage by 50% too. Interesting. I'm going to also second this about ample ammunition. It's one of my favorite assault perks at the moment. Pretty much any use of jump pack increases your range damage by 50%. That is a huge bonus for a class that is actually a melee class. I've also used a gun build for assault recently, and ample ammunition is incredibly worth it to just get a quick, pretty much you can get a quick slam in or a quick jump pack dodge, and you will increase your range damage. I like using ample ammunition with the perk where if you do melee damage on an enemy, they take 10% more damage from all sources. So basically what you want to do is ground slam and then boom. And then hit them with your sidearm. But obviously, I think the strategy would be a little bit better with the heavy bolt pistol. You ground slam, you get the heavy bolt pistol buff. You're basically doing 60% extra range damage with the heavy bolt pistol. And then if you land those headshots, you're getting a lot of use out of the headshot perks on the heavy bolt pistol. Not really about BIOVORES, but with that said, you can definitely get a ground slam or a jump pack dodge, get your 50% extra damage on your Neo-Volkite pistol, and easily take out BIOVORES. Yeah, Kraks kill anything aside from Terminus on any difficulty. Thanks for the pro tip. Now tell us where to find endless supply of them. Interesting comment here, huh? The equipment charge perks. Especially with Sniper, when you get 3 headshots, I think it's 3 consecutive headshots, you get your equipment back. And the recharge on it is pretty low, or maybe it's 120 seconds, I'm not sure. But frankly, you don't need an endless supply. You just need 1 crack grenade every couple of minutes whenever an extremist spawn, and you should be fine. So yes, take a look at your equipment charge perks on the class you like playing. I know the assault has a hard time to get theirs. It's basically like you need 10 kills, which is similar to the tacticals. With the tactical, you need 10 scans. You need 10 enemy scans. However, they reworked that perk for tactical, and now you only need 3 major scans or 3 major plus scans. So if you get 2 major and extremists, you can get your equipment back. But yeah, if you trigger the one on assault, more power to you. It's just hard to find 10 enemies next to each other. Sometimes it looks like 10 enemies, but it could be like 9 or 8. But either way, you can definitely find a way to gather 10 enemies together. So, but yes. Now tell us where to find your endless supply of them. It's running right under your nose. I'm not sure every class has an equipment perk though, so maybe the class you are playing doesn't use it. But I will say Sniper has a good way to find endless supply of crack grenades. I'm not sure if OP is using it, but there's a perk that amplifies range damage after a grapple hook. Grenades are range damage, and the amplification of a crack grenade turns something already strong into deadly. Well, it's already deadly. Now you're turning it into an OP grenade. I don't know if this works, though. If this works, let me know in the comments. I'm not too sure how we could test this either, because crack grenades normally have a pretty strict damage breakpoint where it either just immediately kills the thing, or you have it at like 10% health. I know there is the perk for Vanguard. If you grapple something with less than 25% health, you get an instant execution. I wonder if there's a way you can like put these 2 perks together to kind of test how much health is left on an enemy. That feels very tedious, to say the least. This is interesting though. If this works, let me know in the comments. I would take this at face value because that makes sense. There's no like grenade damage stat, and grenades are range damage. It's not melee, so that does make sense. This does make sense. I'm just not 100% sure if this works, but hey, you know what? This is creative. I like the idea of it for sure. But again, let me know in the comments if you have any other strats you like using for BIOVORES. I think these are the two main ways, if you're really annoyed with BIOVORES, to basically deal with them. And always take a look at your equipment charge perks to make sure you are able to play around those, because yes, they are very good.